How you doing? A couple of people asked me to do a video on some chainsaw stuff. I've got a whole pile of chainsaws here now. I've got even more chainsaws than I had last time. So this one was the 372 Husqvarna XP. Replaced the oil pump. I've taken the oil pump off. I've got some pictures that I'll post from that. Essentially that, I don't know if you can see that, little screen on the oil clunk, the pickup, wore out, sucked up some sawdust, so I wouldn't have been able to wash it out anyway. It had to be taken apart, but I scooped it out. But unfortunately the owner undid the screw, the adjustment screw for the oil volume, and cracked the casting off. So I got a whole new pump, 25 Australian dollars, and I will show you a brief video of how I put that back together. Yeah, so I've got the new clunk on there. I blew the hose out, so that comes off. That can be removed once the actual oil pump is taken out. Now, there's some videos actually remove this brake, but you really don't have to remove the brake, okay? Because you can put the oil pump in, you can fit the oil pump without removing the brake. It just fits back into there. I've wiped all that off, and there's the screw hole at the bottom of the new pump. Got a Loctite on there. There's this little doodle, okay? You can just lift this out. That's it. And there we go. Next thing is we fit our clutch. So our clutch is a left-hand thread, of course. So giving that a blow out. And that will do. Okay, now that's on. So now we've got that plastic thing there. We just clocked you've got two slots there, okay? Later models have got one tang on this one's got two. So we just clock that around there. And put that on. Yep, that's engaged. Get that cover back on. Firm it up. I just left that little screw in there so that I wouldn't lose it. I like to do that at times. Rightio. Now, what we're going to do is put the cover back on the other side. There's a snug up. Right, next thing is to put some oil in the oil tank. Now I've given it a bit of a rinse out in there to get rid of the muck. I'll just take this clip off. Yeah, it looks to be all the way out for maximum lube. So that's quite a bit of oil. I think we'll just click it back a few turns. Alright. And I'll get a bar and chain on there and run the saw, and then we'll adjust the oil from there with it running. But now I know that it's pumping oil, and it's pumping oil through there. I'm happy that it's sorted. Now this one has only got one nut with it, so I'll have to ask him where the other nut is, because if he hasn't got another nut for it, then we've got to get one, don't we? But the spark plug is pretty nasty too, so I think it's about time for a new spark plug. This is the other thing I had to replace, is the top lid, because someone lost the top lid, and I also had to replace one of these clips because that had broken off. I got a new spark plug, a BPMR7A, which covers pretty much all of these. I got a new clip there for this side. One of these had broken off, and I noticed this adjustment. Oh no, it was this side actually that had broken off. I noticed this adjustment blanket for the adjustment screws had moved off its pin, so I kind of think that's where the cover went actually, because it got broken off, and it probably gave that a shock and moved that off the locating pin. So fixed that back up. So I got a new cover as well. So all new. So now she's ready to go. That's the 372 oil pump wrapped up. It's a pretty quick one, that one. So I'll get a chain and bar on it, and we'll give it a bit of a test and make sure it's oiling, and then we can actually adjust the volume that it needs on the oil. But I've got this other one that I will do a video of that's a little bit more involved, and that one I didn't show this on Instagram, but it had a new piston fitted by the shop. You'll see, right? This is not very old. It's got marks on the new piston, just on the front there, not on the back. I've checked the ring end gap. That's well within tolerance. I'll show you how to check that again in the video. But what they didn't do when they put a new, I've put some pictures on Instagram covering all of this when I was pulling it apart and what I found. But in the bottom of the crankcase there was sort of all the sandy silt and muck. And what they haven't done is they haven't flushed out the casing. You know, with got some premixed fuel and filled up the casing and spun it over to clean it all out. So as a result, because when he said to me, you know, it's got marks on the piston again, and the shop just replaced a new piston, I thought, as I said to him, you know, if the air filter's not leaking, those bits don't just come from nowhere. It's got an auto-tuned carby on it, and it shouldn't have seized up, and it hasn't seized up. But sounds like something's going wrong with your crank bearings, man. So sure enough, when I pulled it apart, I found that this lump of garbage down the bottom, all sandy muck sitting down the bottom in the casings, sitting in the bottom of the crankcase rather. Little crusties. Okay. If bits of this have been coming off and going up to the top of the engine, it's not a wonder the piston got marked up. Whether they had the cylinder off for a long time and some dirt got down there, or it was down there in the first place. I don't know how it would have got down there in the first place anyway, but you know, the crankshaft, the conrod's okay. It's not discoloured, looks in pretty good nick. But when I turned over the crank, when I got the barrel off, the bearings are all crunchy. Not good. Not good at all. I'll put some close-up pics of that on Instagram. I might some new bearings and seals for the crank bearings. So I'll do another video showing you more detail about the 562 XP, and we'll rebuild that. It's a little bit more involved, and it's a little bit more of a worthy video. The oil pump was just a quickie, you know. I thought I'd do it because a couple of people said they wouldn't mind seeing some chainsaw videos. And I have got a pile of chainsaws around here. I've got even more than I had the other day. There's the 372 that I just did the oil pump on. There's the 562 bits. There's the MS200T still I did the other day. This one, these are just sitting here, they need a bit of a service. There's nothing wrong with those ones, but I'm just going to give them a bit of a clean and a service. Another one here is still, oh man, I'm really not sure what that one was. They said check the compression on that one. This little baby, not sure what that is, but yeah. I don't know, I've got to ask them. But there's a couple of bits missing off that, but that's got a dirty big crack in the housing. Got bits missing off all over it. So they want me to go over that one, see if we can fix him. They had this one out there, a 576 XP. It said maybe we could use this for parts. I said yeah, probably not. This one needs some work on it. What's this one? This is the saw. That's a 395 XP. So I'll get into that one. So I've got a few saws here, as you can see. So I'll put all that stuff up on Instagram. Post a comment on Instagram if you want me to actually do a YouTube video for it, or if you want, just put it in the doobly-doo, the comment section there, and I'll do a video. But the next video I'm going to do is for the port mapping, if I haven't done it already. Anyway, yeah, I'll be putting plenty of videos up. So we'll see you soon, buds. Okay, like or don't, whichever. Share the videos, very much appreciated. Catch you later.